Welcome back to the channel. Monica Louv here at the Love Messages. So we will be doing a reading from the 21st to the 28th of May. This is a general reading. It may resonate, it may not. If you want a private reading with me, all the links for that will be in the description box below. Aquarius, in this reading, I'm going to be taking a look at past, present, and future for you. I'm going to clarify the cards and pull some advice. Okay, so your challenge, the Emperor, and what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Three of Wands upright, okay? So for you, Aquarius, your biggest challenge here is the Emperor for the final week of May. And the Emperor is talking about stability. It's talking about wisdom. This could be a specific expectation that you have when it comes to certain people, certain relationships in your life. This could also have a lot to do with you achieving the Emperor energy, which means when we talk about achieving the Emperor energy, we talk about someone who's wise, somebody who's very settled within themselves. They don't get angry easily. They are somebody who just, there's stability in their life, right? So this may be challenging for you. We're going to talk about this. We're going to see why it's your challenge in a moment, okay? Now, in the recent past, Aquarius, you have the Nine of Swords, you have the Ten of Wands, and you have the Queen of Cups, okay? So in the recent past, a situation in your life started to become extremely difficult, okay? There started to become more burdens, more responsibilities, more expectations here. And you felt very bogged down by the situation here in the past. Now, although there was a lot of love here, there was things that were bothering you here in the past. And we're going to talk about that and talk about why that's showing up and what you need to know in a moment. In the present moment, you have the Four of Cups, you have the Seven of Cups, and you have the Six of Pentacles. So in the present moment, there is this energy of feeling rejected, okay? There's this feeling of feeling rejected. This is what I'm picking up on. Some of you are questioning somebody in your life in the present moment. You feel like an option, okay? This is something that I'm picking up from the previous reading that I did for you, where in the previous reading, your reading was very clear. In the last reading where I talked about many of you are dealing with somebody who's starting to show their true colors. So somebody's starting to show their true colors. Somebody's treating you as an option. There's definitely inconsistencies here. I feel that one of you, either you or this person, I feel like this is you, you're giving more to the connection than it's giving back to you. And there's been a lot of this uncertainty connected to the situation. We're going to talk more about it in a moment. In the near future, you have the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Knight of Pentacles, and you have the Knight of Swords. So in the near future, you are rushing towards this person, okay? They're taking their time towards you. They're not rushing towards you. I feel it's an earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. You also have the Nine of Pentacles here. So there may be a choice or a decision about choosing whether or not you want to remain single or you want to remain entertaining somebody here who is not for you, okay? And we're going to see as we get into the reading, of course, when I clarify, the energies are going to be more apparent to you and you'll get a better picture of the situation. What you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, the Three of Wands, you have a goal or aspiration that you want to achieve. You're ready to move forward with your life. There could be something at this time that's holding you back. We're going to see as we get into the reading, okay? So let's hop into your reading. Let's see what is going on for you. Let's clarify your challenge. Okay, so your challenge is the Emperor, okay? And remember, we talked about the Emperor. The Emperor is someone who brings stability into your life. Maybe you have an expectation of wanting to attract somebody who's like the Emperor in your life. Maybe you're saying, you know, whoever I decide to be with, they need to come in as the Emperor. They need to be wise. They need to be secure. They need to be, you know, just somebody who's mature, really. This is what you're looking for. Your challenge is clarified by the 5 of Swords, the 7 of Wands, and the 3 of Wands. And the 3 of Wands is showing up as what you don't see coming. So your biggest challenge here, Aquarius, has a lot to do with your expectations. You have very high expectations of what you expect from partners, from people that are coming into your life. Your biggest challenge here is the competitive nature in regards to this particular person. Okay, this is a very, excuse me, it's an extremely specific message. It's not going to resonate with all of you. It's very, very specific. I think probably less than 2% people are going to resonate with this. And it just means that you need the reading, okay? I feel that you're dealing with somebody right now who doesn't add up to what you expect for yourself in your life, okay? And this has been going on for a very long time. For some of you, years, months, okay? You are dealing with somebody who ultimately, I'm getting this energy that with the 5 of Swords, there's this competitive energy where either you're dating somebody or you're interested in somebody who everybody wants to be with. Everybody's interested in this person, and even though everybody's interested in this person, they still don't match up to what you expect. So some of you are involved with somebody where it's almost as if you're daydreaming or you have an expectation of what this person should be or what they should become, and they're not becoming that, right? And this is a big part of your challenge because you see this person as somebody with potential. Nothing more, nothing less. You see them as somebody who has the potential to be the emperor, to be this successful person, to be this mature person. And when they aren't, when they don't become that energy, a lot of you feel that you're competing for this person or you're competing for their time or their energy, right? So even though you have these expectations, these values, and you see this person as somebody that you want to maybe travel with or you want to do certain things with, there's something that's stopping you from being able to feel confident enough to be with this person, okay? And the 5 of Swords is also a competitive energy. It's a clashing energy. So either there's a third party or there's somebody who's interfering with you and this person. And again, it makes you question, is this really the person that I want to be with? Is this the person that I want to be with long-term? Okay. That's going to be a big part of your challenge. And it doesn't have to be a relationship. It can be friends. It can be the people that you associate with, right? You have a high expectation of what to expect from particular people. And when they don't come in as the emperor, there may be some sort of conflicting energies, either conflicting energies within yourself or conflicting energies on the outside. And this is going to be a big part of your challenge, determining if fighting for this person is really worth it. Is getting into an argument or fighting or being in drama really worth it? Because I think that if somebody was going to bring you stability into their life, they wouldn't put you in those positions. They wouldn't put you in a situation to stress and worry, right? And I think this is something that we need to normalize now. We need to start normalizing normal relationships, not relationships that are hard and bring problems to our lives, right? You know, if a relationship's bringing you problems to your life, it's very important that you recognize them and not pretend like they're not there, okay? And this is going to be a big part of your challenge because you want stability and you're looking for stability, but wanting stability and looking for stability is different from actually having it. And this is going to be a big part of your challenge, okay? So let's talk about the recent past. Okay, so you have the 10 of Wands, and the 10 of Wands is clarified by the 6 of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and the Page of Wands. So in the recent past, there was a brand new beginning that you had with someone here who was inconsistent with you. Knight of Wands, fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, or a Virgo here, okay? I do feel that in the recent past, this person could have been very generous towards you. Maybe they gave you something to make you feel like, oh, okay, yeah, I see myself being with this person. But what started to happen was difficulties started to happen. Things started to become very difficult with you and this person, and they started to become inconsistent with you. Now, you also have the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Cups is clarified by the Judgment, the 2 of Swords, and the 2 of Wands. There could have been a separation here in the recent past because you came to a realization about this person. In the recent past, you were giving a lot of love to this person or support, and they may have not been reciprocating that back to you. And as a result, it either created a separation or a disconnect between you and this person. I'm also getting with the Judgment, you found something out that made you start to close yourself off to this person in the past. It did lead to a lot of anxiety, stress, and fear in the past. That is clarified by the Knight of Cups to start and the Queen of Cups. So yes. So again, you may have been investing a lot of love, energy into this connection, but when you saw that this person wasn't reciprocating that, the Knight of Cups being inconsistent in love with you, it made you start to realize something here. And I think what really started to make you worry here in the past, Aquarius, was you questioning your future with this person, right? You may have said, do I really see myself being with this person? Do I really see myself achieving my goals and my dreams with this person? Because if this person was giving you some sort of questioning, right? You know, questioning, is this really the person for me? Do they really care about me? Why are they showing me this side of themselves when then they show me this other side of themselves? So they were doing things that were inconsistent with what they were saying. And when you started to look at your dreams, your goals, and wishes, and you realized that this person was being inconsistent with you, it made you question if you still wanted to remain being with them. Some of you blocked this person in the past, or you disconnected from this person in the past to focus on you and your goals in the past. Okay. So there was some sort of questioning here in the past about whether or not you and this person were going to be together. Now, let's talk about the present moment. Let's clarify all the cards. Somebody is really upset in the present moment. I don't know if this is you or your person, but I'm really picking up on, yeah, 10 of Wands is here twice. It was here just now at the bottom of the deck in the past and in the present moment. So something in your life has become so difficult, so burdensome that many of you may feel that you just want to be on your own, right? And you may be telling this person that, oh, I just want to be single. I just want to be on my own. Okay, it's not going to resonate with all of you, okay? Let's talk about the energies in the present moment for you. So you have the Four of Cups, and the Four of Cups, what the Four of Cups is indicating for many of you in the present moment, it's talking about somebody here not acknowledging you. This is something that really bothers you. It really, really, really bothers you. Okay. You don't like the fact that somebody here is not acknowledging you. They're not paying attention to you. They are not, it's almost as if this person's ignoring you because maybe they have other options here. That is clarified by the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the Death. Many of you are going to find out the truth if you haven't already. Some of you found out the truth about this person. And although you were in this position for quite some time where you were questioning, should I have a new beginning on my own? Should I go back to this person? Should I be with them? Should I not be with them? For many of you, this connection is coming to an end, okay? The reason why it's dying and it's coming to an end is because of the way you're being treated right now, okay? The way you're being treated right now in the present moment, it's so obvious. And one of my mottos lately has been, don't look at what somebody says to you. Look at their actions. Okay, I'm seeing 1010 on the clock. Check out what 1010 means in angel numbers because there could be some sort of important messages there for you. So in the present moment, a relationship is coming to an end, or you're no longer entertaining a specific person in your life because you don't see this person as somebody that is really giving you the time, energy, and effort that they should be putting into you to move forward with you. Okay, so there is some changes, transformation that's taking place. Some of you are deciding to completely have a new beginning on your own, right? That could also be the case as well too. Now you also have the Seven of Cups, and the Seven of Cups is clarified by the Queen of Wands, the Page of Swords, and the Moon. Some of you feel this person's cheating on you, or they're lying to you, or they're keeping their options open. And let me tell you something right now. If you need to go out of your way to find this person cheating or lying on you, just doing that alone tells me that this person isn't the one for you, okay? I'm not trying to break you guys up. I'm not trying to say anything negative here, but the moon is here, right? And the moon, what the moon is indicating is something here has been hidden from you for quite some time. And the Page of Swords is saying that many of you are trying to get information. You're trying to spy or get information to catch this person in a lie. Again, fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Again, the sign doesn't matter, but that's the energy. Some of you are dealing with someone who has a big ego in the present moment. Okay. And they keep you as an option. And this is something that bothers you on a very deep level. I also see here in the present moment, Aquarius, you have the Six of Pentacles. Somebody here is super generous. I don't know if this is you or your person. I feel like this is you. You're extremely generous towards this person. And When they don't reciprocate back to you, it makes you question the relationship, the Two of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and the Emperor. You see, there's your challenge, the Emperor. There's something here about sunflower seeds. I don't know if you eat sunflower seeds or your person eats sunflower seeds. There's something here about seeds and nuts, okay? That can resonate with you in some way, shape, or form to give you a better idea of what I'm talking about here. The more you give to the situation and the less you see it being reciprocated back to you, the more you question whether or not this is for you, okay? And this is why your challenge is the Emperor, because like I said, you have an expectation from this person, and when they don't meet those expectations, it really affects your ability in believing that this person is truly the one for you. Okay, so this is what is happening for you in the present moment. There's a lot of questioning and things are starting to get difficult for you. And that's why a lot of you are choosing just to end things with this person. Others of you will find out that this person is treating you as an option if you haven't already. And that is going to possibly help you make an important decision about whether or not you want to stay or you want to go. Okay, so let's clarify the near future. Okay, so bottom of the deck, you have the King of Swords. So this is you. Very important message that you need to hear for in the near future. I'm going to start off with your person because I feel like this is your person. The Knight of Pentacles, an earth sign that you're dealing with, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. I do feel if you do end things with this person in the present moment, they will eventually come back around. I do feel this person will reach out to you, Eight of Wands, and they're going to be taking their time though towards you. They're coming back because, like I said, you have an expectation of what you want from this person. You don't want to see them as the Page of Pentacles. You don't want to see them as the Knight of Pentacles. You want to see this person as the King of Pentacles. And when you express this expectation of this person and you decide to end things like you have in the present moment, this person will communicate and say, look, what can I do to heal the relationship? What can I do? And at that point, you have to be extremely careful. You know why? Because there is a chance of you looking desperate here. Some of you just rush towards this person right away. You just rush towards this person right away. And again, they're telling you what you want to hear. So you rush towards them and you give them the time of day. That's where you need to be very, very careful because this person is testing you. They're going to test you to see if you're gullible, if you're vulnerable, and they're going to take advantage of that, okay? Because again, they're coming towards you as the Knight of Pentacles, and they're telling you that they're going to become the King of Pentacles when they should already be the King of Pentacles when they come towards you, right? So you're rushing towards them very quickly, almost looking desperate. Be very, very careful. That is clarified by the Page of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. So you accept this person's apology in the near future, Page of Cups, and you rush towards them only to realize that you might as well just abandon the situation altogether again because this person promises. There's so many promises here, but the actions don't match up with this person's words. So what a lot of you may decide here in the near future is to focus on yourself in the near future. There's something here about your money, your finances, your business. You're really delving into self here in the near future. Why? Because when Saturn enters into Aries, this is going to affect all of us, depending on where Aries is in your chart. This is going to be affecting you on a very deep level. A lot of you are going to say, you know what? I want to move away from a relationship, Six of Swords and the Four of Wands. You're going to be moving away from a relationship and you're going to be focusing on your money and what is important to you. Because instead of relying on someone else to bring that to you and you being continuously disappointed all the time, a lot of you are going to say no more. I don't want to be disappointed anymore. I don't want to be taken advantage of anymore. I really want to feel confident within myself. Because if you're not confident within yourself and you rush towards this person when they just throw you, I don't know, a piece of bread on the floor, a crumb on the floor, and you're there going crazy because they threw a crumb on the floor, then they're saying to themselves, well, why do I have to do more for Aquarius? They're already, groveling at the floor for a crumb. Why should I put a whole piece of bread on the floor for them? So you have to be very, very careful. And one of the things I think is really important is for you not to forget your goals. Some of you have forgotten your goals ever since this person's come into your life. You've kind of put your goals on the back burner. And this is something that you have to remember. It's important to you. It's important to remain being an individual within relationships. Some people just get into relationships and they completely forget about their goals. They completely forget about the things that are important to them because they're using the relationship as a crutch. Okay. So this is what I feel is happening in the near future. It's not the greatest, energy, but it's something that you need to be aware of, okay? So let's get some advice for you. What is the advice? So your biggest piece of advice is the King of Cups, the Devil, and the Page of Swords. Your biggest piece of advice here is don't only look at what somebody tells you, okay? Look at their actions. You don't need to research. You don't need to spy on this person. If this person is putting you in a position where you need to spy on them, you need to ask questions all the time, you need to reassure yourself all the time, perhaps this person isn't for you. Recognize the red flags when they show up the first time. Do not give somebody a third, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth chance after you saw the behavior that they were bringing to you. Some of you are listening to what someone tells you. They tell you they love you. They tell you how much time they're going to spend with you. They shower you with love only to get what they want from you. And when they finally get what they want from you, they're off and back doing the same thing that they were doing. Your biggest piece of advice is don't question your intuition. Don't question the red flags that you see, and certainly don't question when this person says something and then does something completely different. That is going to save you a lot of time, energy, and most importantly, heartbreak. Okay? Aquarius, this is what I have for you. I hope this reading helped. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.